G'day guys, today we're going to be throwing in a push button dimmer. So you'll need that Mech, and then you also need a plate for it to sit in. And what we'll be doing is ripping this light switch off the wall here. Now first thing you want to do is go kill the power to it. Best way to do that is flick the light on, go to the switchboard and pull the fuse out, or flick the lighting breakers off until this light turns off. So we'll go do that now. Sweet, so I'm at the switchboard. Turn the main switch off, or these two here are lighting breakers. I can tell because they're labelled, also because they're rated at 5 amps, or could be 6 amps, could be 10 amps, depending on how they wired your house. So I'll pull this one out. Let's go check. Yep, so power's off now. Yep, so that's dead there. You can also test between the terminals once you have it off by throwing your meter on volts AC. Make sure it's got the wee AC symbol. So there it says AC, and then just test between the green cable and all the red cables. So that's the earth and all the phases. Right, next thing, rip this off the wall, pop the dots out, which have already been done, and then unscrew the screws. So I'll check it with my non-contact volt detector. So that wee red LED on the top there, the one that's flashing, lights up if it's live. Obviously it's not live, it's not lit up. Next thing we'll do is disconnect all the cables. Take a note of what one is in the C terminal. That's your common there, that's that middle terminal. And what one's in number 1. So you might want to get a marker pen out and label these, or label them on the sheath of the cable up here. So all I've done, it's got the core that was in C in common and bent it up so I can tell what one it is. The other two are just down. Now at this stage, a good thing to check is the exposed copper on the cables and re-strip and terminate them. These ones are terrible, so I'll do that off camera. So I've retwisted them nicely, and I do have a video on it somewhere in my YouTube, so go and have a look at that if you need to. Right, next phase, we'll set up this dimmer down here, this dimmer Mech. So this here's the dimmer Mech. You can get these for about 50 or 60 bucks. Actually, I'm not sure, maybe 80 bucks. Anyway, what we'll do is we'll throw this into this. And I'll leave these product codes in the description below. This is the Legrand XL Life series stuff. So what we'll do is we'll smash that dimmer with the LED bit on the upside into the back of the switch plate there. And pop her in. Right, pretty easy wiring on the back. Neutral goes in there, and that's your black cables. The active is the same as your common, so that was the one in C in the previous switch Mech. So put that C one, and that's the one that comes from the switchboard. And then in your load is the other cable that was in number 1 terminal. So your load is the one that goes straight to the light fitting itself. So we'll go and wire that in. Right, so this cable here was my common, so I'll be putting that into the active terminal. That one there was my number 1, so I'll be putting that into the load terminal, and these here are my neutrals, so they'll go into the neutral. Now, I'd usually do this on camera. Unfortunately, light I usually have, I'm just using a torch, so I don't have enough hands to do it on camera. Sweet, just so you all can see. My cables are in there. All I did was push them into the terminals and screw them down. Now we'll push this back onto the wall and screw it in there. So off camera I'm going to fix it in the wall, and then we'll go and reliven the circuit and test it out. So I've screwed it back into the flush box. Now I'll pop the plate back on it like that, and then we'll go and throw this fuse back in the switchboard. Alrighty, with these push button dimmers, push it once to turn the circuit on, and then hold it down to dim the light. And then hold it down to re-brighten it. And if you turn it off and then on later, it'll stay at that brightness that you've got it set on. Alright, cheers for watching, guys. See you in the next one.